Good afternoon, entrepreneurs. How are you guys? I can see. Hi, Impo. Bakeng, Sebageng. Who else is here? Martin. Ooh, Jade. Deviga. Who's that? Guys, please remember to join with your proper name so that it's easier for us to do the registers. Hi, Pindile. Hi, Novisa.
Hello, Precious.
Hi, Pule. I thought we had one, not two. So you possibly have joined with two devices. Hemba, hello everyone. Okay, I've greeted everyone that I can see or read their names. But others is fine. Tsakane, can I confirm that Wood George is already here? Or can we start?
I think we can start without him in the meantime. I sent him a message. He's not responding. He had said he'd be in to begin.
You're on mute.
Oh, here he is. He's in now. He's in now.
Sagana, you're on mute. Guys, can you confirm that you can hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you and we can hear Zagana as well.
Afternoon, everyone. Yes, we can hear Tsakane.
Fatima, are you guys, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes, but I can't hear
Hi, Precious.
Can you hear me? I hear Nobisa saying she can hear me.
Am I the only one who can't hear her?
We can hear you,
Can
Zagana.
you
I can hear you.
unmute yourself?
Okay. Let me leave the meeting quickly and
Or
come
maybe
back in.
Sagana, come out
it's
and
my
come
audio.
back as yourself. I don't know.
Yes.
There could be a problem there. I think maybe come out and come back as yourself. Great. Can we then wait a few more minutes? There are a few people joining. Those who are running a bit late. Beside that, how is everyone?
On my side, not bad at all. I can't complain. I don't know if I'm audible.
Yes, we can hear you, Pete George. How are you?
I can't complain. Thanks, and you?
Working always on the road.
Always on the road. I have to stop the car to join the meeting.
Thank you so much. Let me
welcome.
not waste your time. We are recording because we will also be sharing this with our clients who are within the National Construction Incubator in Atteridgeville and Soweto. And we did invite some of them, but we didn't want to have too many people because this group already is a big group.
Yes.
But thank you so much for making the time. Wood George, please introduce yourself and the role that you play in Builders Warehouse, and then I will also maybe add in if there's anything that I feel you have left out.
No, definitely I will. Afternoon, everyone. My name is George Kgomo. I'm the sales representative at Builders Warehouse on the commercial division. I think I should elaborate a little bit on commercial division. Builders Warehouse has two divisions, of which the first one is the operations division, is the stores that you see all over the world, all over the country, and the next one is the commercial team. The commercial team is external guys who are dealing directly with contractors, SMMEs, and all of those construction companies. So I'm forming part of the commercial team, of which we are 113 of us. And each and every Builders Warehouse store has a sales representative. However, there will be smaller stores like Builders Express and Builders Superstore. There won't be any sales representative on those stores because the size of the store doesn't constitute to such. So, but yeah, in a nutshell, I'm George Kgomo, the sales representative for Builders Warehouse. So going forward, I don't know if I should go forward or do you want to add something?
1 second, yes. I wanted to highlight that even though you are based in Johannesburg, you travel literally all close by provinces, doing the work that you do, helping also contractors like myself to actually run and manage their stock and also even assisting with deliveries. And I think one of the things that I've really have appreciated about you, George, is really the relationship, how you have built the relationship with us, not even knowing us, but the way you have actually your service to us has been so valuable that when we are stuck, we're like, oh, cash flow is not working out this month. You are able to hear because we have created that relationship, and we would have not done that. You gave us the cue and the permission to be able to build that relationship with you. And for that, I really appreciate. I hope it's the culture with all builders, sales agents, because then we are really in, because business is about relationship and partners. Thank you so much.
You're always welcome. Yeah, look, this is the culture of Builders Warehouse. Apart from seeing a customer in the store, we also value a customer a lot, as a customer is the king of the business. Without the customer, there won't be any doors that are open for Builders Warehouse. And for more information is that I'm all over the country, but however, there will be clients that they will need my special attention. I always make time that wherever you are, whether Bloemfontein, whether Polokwane, whether Zanin, I will come to you whenever you need to see me. Although I'm working with the branches because we interconnected branches, all these branches countrywide, I'm working with them so that we can manage to give you the excellent service that we always proud ourselves about. However, there is some challenges that we're facing, like the needs or the customer's taste, they differ from province to province. So most of our contractors, you find that they're in Johannesburg, but they need something in Polokwane. So something can be a KVI or a known valued item at Johannesburg, but you find out that Polokwane it's not. So I'm always making a plan for you to be satisfied, or for you to be serviced to get such a product by couriering it to the nearest branch next to your project. But in a nutshell, I don't want to blow my horn. I need guys to put me on a test so that they can see exactly what I'm talking about.
Okay.
So on my table here, I've got something that I should offer, or that I feel I should offer for this platform, of which is a 30-day interest-free revolving account. That, Precious, I think you can attest to it, is the account that helps the SMMEs and the contractors to get a breather on this economic condition that we are facing, because you get a breather of 30-day with regards to payment. And me as George, with my clients, I can even extend it to 49 days if we are in agreement with regards to when things can be invoiced. So now with this 30-day account, there's few criteria that one has to reach. Firstly, you have to be registered as a company, and you have to operate for over 12 months. Secondly, you have to be clean at SARS. You have to have a SARS PIN every year when it's needed. And thirdly, you have to be in good books with regards to CGIC. CGIC is the Credit Guarantee Department in our country. Basically, what they do, they monitor each and every debt for individual or institution. So if you are in good books with them, it's easy for us to be able to assist you. But basically, CGIC is not a factor that we can dwell much on it now, because this is the start of a relationship. We cannot talk about that as some of the things I have to help you guys to navigate around it. And to give too much information now, it'll be a lot to swallow. But yes, with our account, you can buy in all our Builders Warehouse stores, which is Builders Warehouse, Builders Express, Builders Superstores. I know there can be a question that arises that Can I buy at Macro? Can I buy at Game and so forth? Yes, even though they are part of our chain, unfortunately, our books are different. With Builders Warehouse books, you cannot buy in our sister or brother stores. So now, the most important part that I want to touch on is this one that is helping the SMMEs and the contractors. Should there be any need for a contractor or a SMME to be to get Builders Warehouse involved in their projects? We will be fully involved by sending our specialists if there's any specialized category that you need. For example, like roofing, like paint, like plumbing, and all of those things. And whether you need something out of the store or sourced for you, we will definitely advise you accordingly. We have more than 280,000 suppliers on our books, depending on your needs. So I will leave more of my details on the chat box so that anyone can contact me whenever they need me. But I urge for everyone to take opportunity like this, because Builders Warehouse is so superb when it comes to service like this. Our 30-day account is so good that most of the guys who are using it, they are so happy and they see the benefit of having it, because it doesn't matter where you are. Our footprint is too big. You can get us. You get a project in Zanin, you get us. You get a project in East London, you still get Builders Warehouse, that you can use the same account that we can offer for you. And with the same account, you can even hire out your equipment from Talisman tool hire, using the same account that you're buying material with. So that's the best about it. So I don't know if I'm missing something, Sis Precious, because I've been dealing with you for quite some time. You might know if I missed something or not.
A little bit. So let's start from the process. So I have few questions. So just for entrepreneurs, what we're trying to demonstrate here, I know some of you are not necessarily in the construction space, but what I'm trying to demonstrate here is that you have to look within your suppliers and find out if your suppliers are offering credit. Credit is some sort of funding by its nature. It's basically helping you with your working capital, the cash flow. And it's a short-term funding when they're giving you a credit for 30 days while you're actually collecting money there and there. The other thing that I also want to highlight is that it is a process. You will identify the supplier based on your income statement, what are you buying and where are you buying, and create a relationship and then start the process. They do have a list of documents that they actually require. If maybe, Pujoji, if you can just give us a list of what documents are those, because I know I got so impatient with you when you're asking some of those. But please explain, and especially the one where I had to go to the bank and the bank then gave me, I think it is something like a letter of credit or something like that. It's a rated letter, which then told us how much and what is our rating as a business. Please cover that.
Yes, for that we call it a bank rating letter. Normally you get it from your banker. Not just anyone in the bank can offer you that. And just for highlight, First National Bank doesn't offer it to a third party. The owner of the account should be able to acquire that. So a bank rating letter it's a classification of your company, or a classification of an entity as to where are they with regards to affordability of credit. It will be in a form of letters. It will be A, B, C, D, E. I think it's up to F, but it all depends how much do you need. So on that credit letter, bank rating letter, there will be a term. For example, if you're applying for 100,000 credit limit by Builders Warehouse, it should strictly stipulate for 30-day term and specify the amount that you're applying for. So now, it all depends. For what I know in my experience is that if you need I don't want to say high figures as such, but I will say it just for example. If you need 1 million to 5 million, then your bank rating letter should at least be the letter B, or at max the letter A. Then if you need 1 million or less, your bank rating letter should be at least a B or a C. Then if it's 500,000 or less, a D or a C, it could work. But still, let's not forget about the CGIC. Let's, there's one thing that I want to advise these entrepreneurs on this platform today, and of which this is, I will offer it for free. Do not leave any account unattended for. It doesn't matter the account value that you owe at that enterprise or at that entity. Even if you can owe, let's say, for example, you can owe CTM, for example, 200 rands for their subscription of letters or something of that sort. It will reflect at CGIC that you're not paying CTM. Eventually, you won't be able to get a cover or a limit or a credit limit from Builders Warehouse of 1 million rand to do your project because of the 200 rands that you owe the CTM company. And one thing that people are not aware of, if you're making your multi-choice or DSTV account a debit order, should it happen that it bounces 3 times, it reflects on your name, especially if it's a business. So it reflects that multi-choice it's owed by this certain entity. As a result, we won't be able to grant cover. And when I'm covering the cover part of things, because I'm mentioning it a lot, a cover is a guarantee that we're giving you as a limit to trade with on your credit limit. So we should be very, very careful not to leave any debt, whether it's a rent, whether it's a million, as long as it's registered under our company. Please, let's make plans to pay it. I know it's difficult, especially with the government. If you're having a job from the government, it's difficult because sometimes it takes longer to pay, but at least communicate with the suppliers or with your creditors in email form so that you can acknowledge your debt, so that they won't send you to legal department. Once you are in legal department and there's no communication, it will take time for you to be cleared on that department. So yeah, basically that is it. I don't know if there's any questions around that point, because it's a very important point. I hate to decline someone because of the 600 rands that person was owing at the specific entity, and he needs to complete a project. I hate to do it. I don't know if there's any question when it comes to that.
I think maybe, Judge, if you can just add in addition to that. So it was the letter from your banker.
Yes.
What happens when you have 2 bankers? Like, I think that's what I didn't realize also when I was dealing with you, that actually I only use one bank. I didn't use the other bank. Do you need to get both because you are using them both as current account, or can you get it just from one?
No, you should get both.
You
should get both of them, because now if you submit one, it won't give us the true reflection of who you are. And yes, and to add on that, because I think I only mentioned the bank rating letter as one of the requirements that we need. Apart from that, it will always be advisable for the applicant to bring the creditors and debtors aging, because with that we can determine whether your business is profitable or not. Remember, as an entity or as an entrepreneur, you might get funds from different people, but some of them, they are not the people that you're dealing with in a business form. So we need also the creditors and debtors aging. To an extent, we might need the list of assets from you if you're applying for a higher value. That I'm talking about millions now. So that we might need. And another document that will be needed, or a couple of documents that will be needed, obviously the CIPRO document. It's a SARS letter. Then it's the director's ID. And if there's more than one director, we need all the IDs. And also the resolution letter amongst all the directors that you fully agree that Precious authorized by our company to open an account at Builders Warehouse. So I don't
Perfect.
know. Yeah, those are the things that we need.
So you need an age analysis for both your suppliers and your debtors so that they can see what is your working cash flow thing. But you also need to present financial statements. I mean, the recent ones. If the financial statements are older than 6 months, they do ask for management accounts for them just to have a look at your business, especially if you are the first year contractor, which in this case, that was me. There was another thing also that you asked. I think it was because you are dealing with a business, especially for me, because I was not available, you were very open in understanding that I will not be able to deal with the admin. So you then we build a relationship that our office manager, in this case, Denise, will be the main contact to an extent that Builders Warehouse then gave us, both of us, myself and Denise, the cards, so that if I'm not available, I'm busy somewhere, Denise can still continue to make arrangement in relation to getting the stock, because in our case as GAD, we have properties in Northwest, in Gauteng and Limpopo and Free State. So as we are renovating them, then Bujojo will then load that information on the system for us and also build up. So I also just wanted to go back. CGIC, what is that? Entrepreneurs don't know those things. Please explain it in a little bit more detail.
Okay, CGIC, it's a national credit department in South Africa, right? So with CGIC is where they can we can get more information whether your entity or your company it can be funded or not. So it's a credit guarantee department of which they have access to all of us, whether individual or entity. They have access to check everything that is under our name. So CGIC will be able to tell easily that Precious has an account with X company, Precious has an account with G company, and so forth and so forth. As a result, Precious is not one of the guys who can, or one of the companies or individual we can associate ourselves with. But the only time that happens is when they check your entity or your company and find out there's a little bit of a bad debt tendencies, and there's a little bit of overstretching or overload based on your pocket, and they are able to analyze how much should we give you. Look, as a company, you can be able to be granted R1 million, but only if that R1 million is not consumed by other applications. Most of the entrepreneurs, they tend to get funding, or they tend to do applications in different entities. The pocket is one, and is CGIC. If they say GAD has a R1 million credit worthy that can be offered to them, should there be any instance whereby GAD has a credit limited Builders Warehouse for 200,000, then on that pocket there is 800,000 left. So should you go to another entity and they get 700,000 from that pocket of yours at CGIC, then you have only 100,000 rand that you can be granted credit for. So we should not mistaken this CGIC with an entity that checks us only if you are with. They will know the value of your pocket as well, because most of the guys or most of the companies, what they do, they open an account at Macro, for example, for 1 million rand, and their worthy is 2 million rand. When they come to Builders Warehouse applying for 1.5 million rand, we cannot give them 1.5 million rand credit limit, because the pocket at CGIC is only left with R1 million. So it's a pocket for each and every company that needs credit or that has credit in South Africa. it's governed by the government as well. So all of us, we fall under it as individuals and business entities. I don't know if there's
Perfect.
any question on that.
No. That explains it. The other thing that you also asked, George, was 2 trade references. That is also important because entrepreneurs, it allows you to be able to actually, for them to see, are you someone who honor your commitment? Are you someone who actually is trading and working with others who's reliable? So that was the last thing that they did ask. So no, they didn't ask on our side, the register, but they may ask that. Can I
Yes,
then? Yes,
sorry,
please go ahead.
Okay, yes, they may ask that, but remember now, I didn't mention it because most of the companies that are under my belt, I started with them from scratch to where they are now. So for example, if I apply for 30,000 rent for you as an entrepreneur for your company, the trade reference is not that crucial, although it's an advantage, but it's not that crucial. We can still grant you the 30,000 rand without trade reference, but know that you should have trade reference as a company so that you can show the record of payment as a company. And if you need, for example, 500,000 and you're not worthy of that, I'm gonna check your documents first. If you're not worthy of that, I would strictly advise you that in this case, we have to start by 49,000 rents, maybe for 6 months, and then take it up as we go, because you in the period of 6 months you'll be building the trading history with us. We'll be able to check if you're a good payer or not. So a trade reference is not something that I take trade reference as like a graduate who hasn't worked anywhere, but at where you are applying for a post, they need experience. So that should not stop you from getting a job. We can start at the bottom of 30,000 rands and gradually grow your credit limit as time goes on. We don't need much on your trade reference. Even if you have one, we can work with it by calling them. But if you need a lesser amount below 50,000, we can grant you without a trade reference. But it's always good to have it.
Perfect. That sounds amazing. There is a question by one of the entrepreneurs. He said he applied for, I think, about 30,000 credit, and the response was he needed to actually have a turnover over 160,000.
No.
Do you see that comment?
I'll check on the chat box now.
The good thing, entrepreneurs, now you have direct line with George. Now, Jerome said, I'm tired of getting a credit from builders. And I got an email saying that I needed to have a turnover of 160,000. I just wanted 30,000. That is what, he said tried. He tried to get.
Let me go to my chat box, sorry. I'm not into chat box that much because I'm busy checking my mirrors. I parked on the bundles here. Someone might come and grab my laptop. Okay. I'm tired.
He said he's tried. Sorry, tired. He corrected that. Tried. He tried to get a.
Okay. No, that is completely wrong of that. But I'm asking myself, Jerome, when did you apply?
Jerome, do you want to come through? Jerome, please unmute yourself.
Unmute. Hi, how are you guys?
Hi, Jerome.
Hi, how are you?
Good and you, Jerome?
I'm okay. I tried doing the application. That was, if I'm not mistaken, 4 months back. So basically, I tried in February. No one got back to me, and then I tried again. That's when someone then emailed me back saying that you actually need a turnover of 160,000. Then they said I can only try again after 6 months.
I will advise you to send those to me. I don't want to to say they were wrong of saying it to you, not knowing their grounds. But I'm telling you now, as a commercial department, we don't allow that. So 160,000 turnover, I mean, that's not something that I will take from my debtors department if they give me that reason. So the
Yes.
30,000 we can offer. All you have to do is to send those documents to me, and I hope you made notes of which documents are needed,
Yes,
so that
I did.
I can submit on your behalf, and we will keep in touch.
Okay, I'll do so. And then I just want to find out, can I also add, because I've got purchase orders that I have to actually
Yes.
start working. And as I'm speaking now, I'm busy with a project and I'm stuck to
Okay.
complete it. Can I include purchase orders on the documents that you need?
Supporting documents on the application, yes, 100% you can do that.
Okay, then I'll do so.
Okay, Jerome, you've
Thanks,
touched
George.
something that I need to highlight on the platform now. Please, my fellow mates, don't apply for credit at the time that you need it, because now you will put yourself under pressure. Then that pressure is going to be transformed to or passed to myself as a representative of Builders Warehouse. So I understand that sometimes you don't want to credit on your name whilst you don't have a job, but it's always to apply for a lesser amount. Meanwhile, you're still waiting for a job. Or meanwhile, you still have applications in or tendered before or tenders in. So I will advise for you guys to apply for a credit with Builder. It might be as low as it may be. As long as you're on our books, it's easy to identify you. I don't know if there's any question on that. Let me tap into the chat box again. I don't see anything else on the chat box.
No, there isn't anything else on the chat box. Thank you so much. Can you unmute yourself? Okay, Tsakane, can you please unmute that person and also kill his video? Thank you so much. Okay, great. And then also maybe then as you are running you finally got your documents and everything, they have given you the credit, and then you are using your credit the 30 days, and there are months where you are a little bit behind, or you know that you're gonna actually have a heckler, or you've passed the 30 days, please, entrepreneurs, pick up the phone and tell George, I'm running a bit late. I don't think I'm gonna make it because of the cash flow, but this is the plan that I have. I think that helps a lot, because then when accounts department is following up with you, they will see Board George's notes on your account that you are actually contactable and you have been actually be in communication.
True that.
May we take more questions, please?
I will be happy if I get 10 questions plus. Then I'll know that people are interested in this.
Yes, yeah, people are quiet. I have no idea. We have quite a big number though, about 43 or maybe 40 people, because some are admin. You can apply anyway. There's someone who said, can I make an application in Mafikeng? You can apply anyway. Right, George?
Okay, what you need, because I'm going to leave my details on the chat box, please contact me so that I can send the application directly to you, and you respond with the completed application and all the documents to me. I'll send it to the head office. You don't have to go to the store. One thing that I can guarantee you guys, we are different individuals. I don't know who you're gonna get at the store. So people have their own things. Some they will not respond in a correct way. Some at the work field we are so different, and people won't value this this platform or the entrepreneurs as much as I do. So I don't want someone to get maybe to go to a store and not get a good service and paint every department or everyone in builders with the same brush. So I need the people who can have access to me to only use me in the store or the person that I can refer them to.
Yes, but let me just say, entrepreneurs, my experience, I've worked with 3 shops already within builders. We did Northwest, we did the one in Fourways, we also did the one in it's closer to Katlehong, I think. No, it was in Orange Farm. I forgot the store. All the people that you referred to us, they were so helpful. They were so helpful all around. So I think you are right. It is the culture within builders. And thank you so much for that. Mpo has a question. Mpo, do you want to unmute yourself?
Yes, thanks, Precious. Bro George, you mentioned one can use the builder's account at Talisman. Can you do the other way around? If you've got an account at Talisman, can you use it at builders?
Unfortunately, you cannot. You can only use Builders Warehouse at Talisman, but not Talisman at Builders Warehouse.
Okay, no, that's fine.
But
We'll
based
wait
on that,
for your contact.
yes, based on that, I get a sense that I should open an account for you so that you can centralize your business, because it won't make sense for you to go to Talisman with their account and to go to Builders with their account. It's best for you to open one Builders Warehouse account to be used at Talisman and at Builders Warehouse as well.
Thanks.
Okay, you're welcome.
Someone was asking a question and he left.
It
He
says,
said,
what is the turnaround time when they submitted all the documents? Okay, the turnaround time when you submitted all the documents is 10 to 14 working days.
okay, there is a question that was asked at 1634 that says, if I have a pension-backed housing loan, can I get a credit?
Pension back, no, unfortunately. You can only get a credit at Builders Warehouse with the bank with the bank guarantee letter. I know a pension backed is backed by the banks, but unfortunately we cannot open an account at Builders Warehouse. However, I need to highlight this to everyone. There's companies and there is individuals. So pension, by the word pension, I sense an individual, not a company. So we have a profile in Builders Warehouse and we have RCS account, of which I don't want to touch to that because I don't want any emerging entrepreneur to encounter interests. So if you have a pension-backed one, you can withdraw from the pension-backed guarantee or account, and we will open a profile for you to put your funds in it. So on that profile, I will personally give you someone to work with on your profile with regards to price discounts, reductions, delivery reductions, and all of those things. Because yeah, with pension it's a little bit it's a little bit tricky one because it's an individual thingy, it's not a company thing.
Yeah, great. Leserko has a question. Do you see it? It said, if my company has not had any project, can I still apply for credit? And which document would I have to submit in that instance?
Okay, let me go to that. Okay, you still can, but in this case, it will be the minimal that you can, because now you don't have any contracts with you. I know you guys, you have something from your projects that they call it payment certificate and stuff like that. You must just be careful. Whatever the bite that you take on the Apple, it must be equivalent to your payment certificate, because payment certificate is what you are waiting for to be paid. So in this case, you won't have any one that will be liable to pay you or in a pipeline to pay you. So you should take as minimal as possible. And should there be anything that you need maybe to transact on that account, that should be your normal household items like brooms and stuff like that, just to keep your account afloat. Because for your information, the credit limit that we are giving you guys, we are paying insurance for it. It won't make sense if the account is stagnant. Not even one transaction on that account whilst we are paying insurance. So it's better to use it as your household maybe account, meanwhile maybe 1,000 rand in a month, 500 rands, something that you can afford. But at least a transactional account is better to be there than a stagnant account.
But I also want to say, Lesefo, I also did not have projects, but I had properties that I needed to renovate for flipping and also for rental. So it's really about, as Upu George was saying, apply when you don't need the credit, but just service the account at the bare minimum so that when you actually then need it, you will actually have access to it. As for the documents that you require, it will apply the same, the documents that we spoke about. If your company, though, does not have management accounts, does not have financial statements, you do not have age analysis and all that, I think maybe consider, I don't know, but George can advise, consider opening the account on your personal name, because when you don't have those things, then there is no business.
Yes, basically at a personal capacity, you can open that, but when we apply for you at your personal capacity, there will be a part where we should fill in your business details. If you don't have, we don't fill it in, but if you have, we have to fill it in so that we can show that you are tax compliant, and in case you're applying or you want to claim for your tax returns, you can easily do that. So yeah, you can do it at your personal capacity. But one thing that I've realized is that in your personal capacity, the maximum that I've seen ever since I joined this commercial field for 8 years now, it's 50,000 rands, and I don't think that can service a project that is maybe a B class project. A B class, okay, projects are in classes. You guys, I'm sure you know it by grades, but yeah, the A class is 1 million plus, and a B class is 1 million less to 500,000. So you can apply for that at your personal capacity so that we can have you on our books.
Because I'm thinking that when you don't have management accounts and financials, there's no way then you can do your checks and balances or from your side. That's what I was thinking. I don't know.
Yeah, well, we will need the bank statement. And then from that bank statement, you will see. And please check, if you're going to go that route, you should not apply for something for an amount that you are not making in a month. That is when all your expenses are paid, because that will be putting you under failure.
I also just want to highlight the reason why this is the requirement for builders is because of the national credit regulatory requirements as NCR, that whatever credit that is being given to you, they must know and check that you can afford to pay it back. Okay, Mpho has a question. I think you did answer that. Turnaround time, you did answer that. Okay, Pindile is asking, no, Pindile, we're not going to repeat the documents required because this is recorded. You will then need just to listen to the recording. Thank you.
Or Pindile can call me after the meeting.
Yes, we have Paul. Paul, please come through. You have a question?
Yes, I wanted to find out, Is a 30-day account. What's the interest rate?
Okay, let me repeat it, and I'll repeat it loudly because this is a very important part. The 30-day account is interest-free, provided you pay it in 30 days. I don't know if that is clear.
So let's give practical examples. If I take 100,000, right?
Yes.
Given 100,000 credit. So if I pay, let's say, the 100,000 in 28 days, I'm paying only 100K. That's it.
You're paying only 100K. That's it.
Oh, now it makes sense.
And remember, Paul, I will little bit elaborate on this issue of 30 days. Because, for example, I'll take in months. If you take a consignment at the 1st of November, you must pay that X amount interest-free at the end of December. And again, if you're taking consignment on the 30th of November, you must pay that X amount of consignment at the end of November. So I always advise clients to make use of the first 3 weeks of the month so that they can get a breather. It won't be a 30-day anymore. It will be something like 40 to 45 days, even to 50 days plus breather. I don't know if that is understandable.
Can you re-explain that? No, I think I understood. You're saying if I take it on the 1st of November, right? I'm expected to repay it back on the 31st of December.
Yes.
Is that correct?
That is correct. That's why I'm saying.
But if I take it on the 30th of November, I'm expected to pay it when?
End of December as well.
Oh, okay.
That is why I'm saying we should capitalize on the first 3 weeks of the month so that we can get enough breather.
Oh, okay. I see.
So if Precious buys material at the 1st of November and you buy the material at the 30th of November, both of you, you're going to pay the account at the end of December. But you don't have that breather. Precious had more breather than you.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if that is understandable.
Yeah, now it makes sense. Okay. So that is only available to accounts for companies.
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you so much.
You're always welcome.
Are there any additional questions? Okay, we will take. There are no question. George, we really appreciate the effort and the care and the love you have for helping entrepreneurs. We will share this video also with National Construction Incubators so that they are aware of the service and the support. Thank you so much. I don't see any hands or question. Yeah, I don't see. Oh, there's hand.
Hi. We have a storm in Durban, so yeah. It's what you call it, that's very informative. I'm in corporate, I'm in professional, I'm not in construction, but the delivery and the answering of getting clarity for everyone to what goes on and how you supply and how you'll assist, that was very impressive. And definitely that's just a comment, not to say that I have a question. It's impressive because that's what you need. You need people who know what they're doing, who know how to answer you with effective information and also be prepared to back it up, not point fingers and push it to somebody, say, okay, I own it and this is it and so forth. So very well done. Thank you.
Okay, thanks a lot. And I hope you support my River House branch.
Remember, I'm not in construction. If I ever need something in that year, sure, I think I will have to. Thank you.
Okay then.
Hi, Pindile. Pindile is one of the entrepreneurs that are in the build industry. Pindile, please come through.
Good afternoon. Thank you for the opportunity. Mr. Kgomo, I just wanted to find out if you qualify and maybe you get the credit, for example, maybe more than 100,000, and whatever you need for your company is maybe 30,000 per month. I'm thinking I need a load of cement per month. So if that covers only for a month, can I spread, maybe if 100,000 is still left, use it on the other month? And can you deliver, or do I have to come and collect, or the load will come directly to our company?
Okay, Sis Pindile, there's two ways of doing that. I will start. There's two answers to your question. So for starters, if we approve you for 30,000, it will remain 30,000, and when you buy for 5,000, for example, you'll be left with 25,000 to buy, right? So after you pay your account month end, then your limit is going back to 30,000 because it's a revolving account. It's not like Foshini Makam account or something of that sort. No, it's a revolving account. We give you 100,000. For example, after you paying that 100,000, if you have consumed all of it, then it goes back to 100,000 that you can use. It keeps on revolving. I don't know if that part is clear.
Yes, it is. Thank you.
Okay. The other part is the delivery part of it. We have Velo Logistics company in the stores that assist us with deliveries. Obviously, the delivery charge will be there depending on the distance. That's why I elaborated that. I don't know. I a little bit touched the point of delivery charges, because if you go into a store as a normal individual, you need the store to give you a delivery or to assist you with a delivery. They will charge you as a normal customer. But if you come through me, you will be a commercial customer. There will be a specific rates that we charge delivery for you. And even the pickup is allowed, but there will be other instances whereby you need a load of bricks. A load of bricks, you cannot go to the store and pick it up. We have a system that is called direct delivery. After you giving us the order, we process the order on our site, for example, to Coro Brick. Coro Brick will instruct them to deliver directly to site. You don't have to encounter any delivery fees.
Okay, understood. Thank you so much.
Always welcome.
There was one thing also that I wanted to highlight that you spoke to me about when I was talking to you about our project for Ungoy. You said, Precious, when you are ready for your student accommodation and you've got the plans, bring the plans to us. We will assist you to actually get the bills of quantities. Would you please explain that? Because I found that quite interesting and exciting.
Yes, we have partnered with the guys by the name of IntelliBuild. As soon as you submit your plans to us as a commercial customer, we should understand each other when it comes to this. Should you go to the store at your personal capacity, they won't offer that service to you. But as a commercial customer or a customer that is coming through a sales rep or a key accounts manager, you will be able to be assisted on your bill of quantities. And you should have an account with Builders Warehouse. And that service is free. Not to mention other free services that you can get, but IntelliBuild is one of the services that you can get for free to us from us. So I don't know if I'm clear on that, because I want to go to the free services that one can get when you have an account with us. Because yeah, I don't want to consume a lot of your time, but there's immense information that I can give you guys.
Now, please go ahead with the benefits, because that is important.
Okay. For starters, should you have a project and you need a specialist to come and advise you. We have a specialist on our panel that we can send to you as a commercial customer, of which those categories, there will be paint, it will be roofing, it will be tiling, it will be plumbing. We have the specialist who can come to you and advise you for free. Over and above, we have a department in our head office that deals specifically with VIP clients, of which is commercial clients. We know that systems goes off or the computer crashes and stuff like that. Should there be any need that you need special assistance with your account, let's say the invoices or PODs or something of that sort, we have a department where we can send them your request. They will gladly assist you by tapping into your account and getting those kind of information. Me as George, I'm not able to do that because separation of duties should come in place here. You know, one person cannot do all because there will be a problem. There will be a time whereby there will be other departments who are tapping into your account apart from me as the custodian of your account, like our debtors department, our specialist department, roofing department, and all of that. So yeah, there's immense information that I can give. I mean, we have installation team at Builders Warehouse. They can almost install everything that you buy at Builders Warehouse. And we have commercial rates for those installations. Remember, when you are a Builders Warehouse account holder, you're not just a person now. You are falling under a commercial department. I don't know if that is clear.
Yes, so what I just also want to say is that one of the services that I have used was to actually get builders to organize me a carpentry company to install cabinets in one of the properties, including the only thing I did was just to select the colors and stuff, and then they organize everything, and it went through their account instead of me dealing with that carpentry company. So that is also important.
Yes, basically we have that service at your fingertips as a customer. That company, it will take the plans, or they will come to the site to make measurements. They will design or propose a kitchen or a bedroom cabinet or a scullery or a bar to you for you to approve. And after approval of the design, then is whereby we choose colors. They will even send you a 3D dimensional picture of that particular product that is being designed for you to get a feeling of how will it be, and they will install for you, starting from cabinets, tops, handles, and many more. They can install a lot of things. So yeah,
Great.
that is the carpentry part of it, and also based on that carpentry part of things, Mama Precious, is that even our truss department, they fall under our carpentry department. We can install trusses for you. We can erect a roof from A to Z and give you occupational or A19 certificates for the insurance to cover your house. And that will have guarantee in place of that structure. So basically at Builders Warehouse, when you enter Builders Warehouse, having just a ground, maybe a yard that you bought or earth that you bought, we can build from A to Z for you.
I like that. I like that a lot. Good. Thank you so much. I don't know if there's any other questions. Seems like there isn't. There is someone who asked a question. Olela, I don't think that is for this session, but maybe have a look with George. I'm not sure.
Apologies for joining late. Kololo, yes. This is so for this platform as well. You know, now we have a lot of resellers in our country, and we have a lot of hardwares that that are emerging from anywhere. Basically, you can buy stuff from Builders Warehouse to resell, but now the problem will come whereby we have to give you as a client our warranties and guarantees, and you have to pass it to your client as well. That creates a little bit of a chain. But on my books, I have hardwares at our auction places where they buy cement, door frames, window frames and stuff like that from me, and they resell it as well. Obviously, that will come at a price because you have to order in bulks to get good prices for reselling. So yes, it is advisable. And another thing, I know as people, we tend to think that when we go directly to suppliers, we get it cheaper. It's not like that. It all depends the buying muscles that you have. It's best for them to lose you as one customer than to lose Builders Warehouse as 148 stores. So let's not get this wrong. If you send me a quotation from Corobrick, for example, I'll use them for example, or from PPC, and I send it to them, they will give me a better price because they don't want to lose their business from Builders Warehouse. They rather lose you as their customer because you are just a single customer. But with Builders Warehouse, we give them a lot of business. Our buying power is so, it's muscular. Let me put it that way. I don't know if I answered that clearly.
Yeah, I think you have. Then there is Pindile. Please come through.
Thank you. I would like to use the opportunity of the freebies. I heard you saying that you can give the bill of quantities for maybe if I build a garage or whatever. Being in the rural areas, they are my customers. I sell bricks, I sell sand, I sell cement, and I build for them if they want me to build. But I don't do roofing. So they have to go and look for roofing. So I wanted to find out if, because you give those freebies, can you give maybe if I bring the plans, or maybe if I don't even bring the plans, because mostly they build a single garage or a double garage or a 3-bedroomed house, maybe that I will give a plan. Can you give me the bill of quantities there so that I can be able to use even attracting the customers to my business? Is it possible?
Yes, that is possible as long as the plans are municipal approved. That is possible.
In the rural areas, normally they don't approve them because they buy their own stand from the chief and they build in whatever way they want to build. I'm in the rural areas in Limpopo.
In Limpopo. Okay. What should happen in that instance is that we have guys in the stores, of which is the estimators. The estimators, they can be able to tell you what is it that you need for your project. Although they don't deal in large scale, it's just a small scale. And not all the stores have them. So in case you are doing a garage, you can call me. I'll tell you who to speak to in the store. In any store, then I'll give you a person to assist you. They will tell you exactly what do you need and give you a quotation on that so that you can present it to your client. But it should not be in a large scale. Once it becomes more than 10 square meters, then it should go to Intel Build and the plans should be approved. However, on the roof part of things, we don't work like that. A roof, because we have to give you the A19 certificate, it's a requirement that we have to provide the A19 certificate. We will need your building to be, or your plans to be approved.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
All right. I see something on a chat box here. For one to open a commercial account, does it need go via revolving account? Yes, it should be a revolving account because it should a commercial customer is a customer who has a 30-day revolving account. And when I cannot get the benefits and brochures. Okay. With this one, Sesimpo, please contact me and I will send it to you, because now I see my battery is about to die. I would fiddle into my laptop and send it to all of you guys, but I think my details, as Precious has put them on the chat box there. You can all contact me, then I'll give it to you. Another thing, if I buy 20,000 bricks and I only use 80,000, can you result to 2,000 refund? Yes, you can refund, but now when it comes, oh, this is from Martin Bench. You can refund the 2,000. The obstacle when it comes to this example that we've given here, bricks is something that will need transport. If we deliver for you 20,000 bricks, you use only 18,000. It's your duty to get your own transport to bring the 2,000 back in the store to be refunded. So that is a little bit of a tricky one, because your transport cost might result to the cost of the bricks. Yeah, I think that was the last question. Is there anything else? Am I audible?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay.
Thank you so much, George. I think all the answered. We've added your details also on the WhatsApp. And thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate it. Entrepreneurs, may we use the last 23 minutes to go through the pitching questions. George, Seabong.
Okay, unfortunately, I have to leave the platform. My details are there. Yeah, I think I see there's 2 questions. Okay, no, it's fine. I understand this. Or no, it's been a pleasure, and please, guys, invite me in meetings like this. I know it's difficult. Says Precious will tell you, it's difficult for me to get free time, but as long as you don't mind me to have this kind of a meeting inside my car, because this is my home. The car is my home.
Thank you
I
so
don't
much.
mind. Okay,
Good.
then.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay. Thanks a lot. Bye. Goodbye, everyone.
Entrepreneurs, may we then take the questions on the pitching? I also just want to highlight, we have contacted you, went through some of the questions that Tsakane was asking you when we're assessing how are you progressing. And some areas, there is an indication that entrepreneurs are asking me to actually present the information to you before you actually engage or do any work. This is a self-paced program, which is the work is weekly, which then means you need to actually do the work and come to this platform for questions. And obviously, if we are stuck, send us the questionnaires or problems before the session so that we can prepare to address those questions. If you come to the platform and you didn't read your material, you didn't apply what you have read, you will then not have questions, and this program then won't work. And I just will also want to say it is a program that was designed in a way that you should have already done you are running a business. It's not it's not a theory business. Oh, we are not at the idea stage. So, and maybe that is why some of you are stuck, is because you actually are still at the idea stage. You have not started before, and that's why you are struggling. So can I then take questions on the pitch side? It's quiet.
Hi, Precious.
Hi. Fatima, let me take him Paul first. His hand was up. and then I'll come back to you, sis. Mpho, please come through.
Good afternoon, Sis Precious. Thanks. When going through the pitch material, I know the main sections are 10. Yesterday, I was in front of a potential investor, and they were asking about two things which I'm not sure whether it would be appropriate to put in a pitch deck. One was guarantees. If one was to invest in a business, is it necessary to put guarantees on a pitch deck? And it sounds like a technical item which maybe normal entrepreneurs might not be able to put together. And secondly, it was the risk matrix to say what sort of risks are in this business in a one slide, and what are the mitigation plans. Do you think it's necessary to add that into a pitch deck, or use this standard template, or customize it based on your audience?
Okay, so I think I'm gonna also answer this from my personal experience, which is always customize your pitch deck to the audience that is actually in there. Remember, when you're presenting and you're looking for money, in this case, a short term, you're looking for a working capital, maybe you're asking for some short-term loan, or it will have a different question. A different question in relation, they would like to know what is your current ratios. What is your working capital? Why? Because they want to gauge in the risk in the working capital cycle. Number two, you also need to understand the nature of your business. What's the big exposure? So in your business, there is risks around your business, but there's bigger risk in other areas than in other areas, just because of the industry that you are in. So if you then sit back and ask yourself, what's the biggest financial risk do my business have? Make sure you address that in your presentation. Don't leave it out because you are thinking, no, a pitch deck should have this. Address something that you already know is the biggest risk. So let's take an example. Maybe you are running a project and it's in construction. One of the things that they will actually ask you is about the mafias within the construction. How are you going to deal with that? You must be prepared. You must already have put something on the table to include that in your, because it's the biggest risk right now in the country. Do you understand what I'm saying, Mpho? And in your case, if you're asking for funding because you need to fund SMME, the biggest risk is they're gonna ask you that, how do you gauge, how do you do your ratings? And show us your ratings, because their biggest risk is what? Is repayment. Mpho, I hope
makes
that
sense.
helps.
No, that helps.
Okay. And how did it go? Please tell us.
Well, I have to go refine it and then come back.
Okay. Good luck. Good luck. It's always good to even, if you're having a second round, follow up even with them. Is anything that they think you should actually clean up, so that when you are coming for the second time, that has been cleaned up. So just consider also going that. And it also is about creating a relationship. Okay. There's another hand. You have a hand again? There is another hand. Oh, Khabi, please come through.
So, May Precious, for pitch deck, is it possible for to understand the company nature of the business, mission and vision statement? Because sometimes we use the Google, then we Google the mission and vision. So when you do the pitch deck, me, I'm not sure. I just heard about pitch deck from somewhere. So the pitch deck is like you are going to explain your business proposal, where you start with the mission, vision, goal, strategic planning, and go on to the financial projection. Thank you.
Thank you, Kgabi. Kgabi, you didn't read your notes, did you? Kgabi, you didn't read your notes, your lecture notes, your study material, you didn't read it, right? Okay, he's not answering.
Yes, I didn't read it.
Yes, that is why you're asking that question. On your notes, I have articulated what are the things that you need to have on your pitch deck. And it's definitely not going to be your mission. It's not going to be your vision. Mission and your vision is going to be on your strategy and also on your business plan. The pitch deck is just going to have a problem you are solving, why that problem is important right now, how many people are actually experiencing that problem, and how do you actually intend to solve it. And then the figures, if you have the figures, it's also going to depend on the stage of your business and where you are. There are people that you will only just pitch the problem and the solution and how you're going to make it financial viable, if that is your intention. But there could be also, you are pitching maybe for a model, or which is maybe samples. You are just pitching to get yourself to have samples. Again, your pitch will only end at the point where you are saying, this is where we are, this is what we've done, this is the problem, this is the solution, and we want the money to raise so that we can test the market. So you'll end at the sample size. So it's really going to depend on the stage of your business, plus also, or stage of a project, plus also how are you then presenting that based on their list of the requirements. All funders are different. That's why you have to look at their requirements and make sure you follow their guide. Okay, is there any other question? And Kgabi, it's not good that you come to these sessions without having prepared. That's just not good, because then there's no value for this session. Just remember that you can, I know usually people will say between 15 to 20 slides. You can have up to 25 slides. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Make sure also you include people's CVs, small mini CVs, to just demonstrate your team.
Just as a contribution.
Please go ahead.
Yeah, from experience, we were given 7 minutes at the Al Barak to pitch our business for 7 minutes, you know. So what I did, I actually, I think the first 40 seconds actually spoke about the problem. And then the next 40 seconds, I spoke about the solution, the target market, and then we spoke about the team, and then I also spoke about the figures. You know, just briefly. I think I was done in 4 minutes and something like that. You know, just sharing my experience at the El Barak pitching session. I think I did post it. It
shouldn't be long. Yes, you might have maybe a lot of slides, but you are summarizing, you are talking through them. They will then pick up the information when they need to evaluate, but that would be the idea. Thank you so much for sharing. There is a person who raised their hand. Please go ahead.
Hi, Precious. My name is Dudu from Yata Favor Construction and Project. We specialize in mining and general building, civil construction, electrical, and maintenance. We currently have long-term contract with mine currently. I was invited, I think, by Sibongile Buthelezi. It's my first time to attend. So I hear you talk about modules, pitching, and everything. We have no clue and we are interested. We want to be part of this. Thank you so much.
We are already on week 7 of 12. Maybe, Sibongile, you can join the next intake, which we're going to do in January. We're starting to recruit, though, from December.
Oh, okay, that's wonderful. Yeah. I believe maybe you might add us on the January list as well.
No problem. So you see there's Tsakane there, Tsakane ramashala@gmail.com. Do you see that email?
I can check for it and find it.
I'll come in and chat with you, Dudu, on the side on WhatsApp after the session, and I'll put you
All right,
on
my
our
dear.
tick list.
Thank you so much.
Okay,
Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't have any other questions, not unless there is additional more questions from your side. I just want to say this, entrepreneurs, it feels to me you are not taking this serious enough. And some of you are getting lost because you are not also using the worksheet that I prepared for you, which is supposed to be tracking your progress. It's right at the end of the manual of the material to help you guide, because when you're doing too many things, you will struggle to keep track which module I've done, which module I've not done. To an extent, some of you even called and said, Precious, I don't know what I've done, what I've not done. I would also not know, but that is why I gave you guys that tracking for you to then monitor yourself and see. However, please come back to me, those who are still needing additional help after though you have read the material, because there's no point for me to repeat exactly what is in the material. I would rather be here to help you to apply what you actually have read. And in the manual, I also did include some a lot of guidance and information. So if you are not going through the information to help you to prepare your pitch deck or whatever documents that we're trying to help you to prepare, then we really have a problem. We are gonna try also to get people whom you're gonna pitch with, but we're gonna first go through your business plans and select the business plans that are good. We had given you an opportunity to update and change things. We will review the revised business plan and we'll select from those we think can actually then do the pitching to the funders, and we will call those funders to come. Thank you so much for your time. I think on my side, I'm done. If there isn't any other question, remember to sign your attendance register and also evaluate the session. And thank you so much to Builders Warehouse through George for allowing us to actually use this time in terms of asking questions and stuff. We really appreciate that. I also just want to say that understand that you raise capital and funding through different platforms in different ways. So supplier credit for your raw materials and also for the things that you are using in your business is actually important, because that is how you're paying your expenses. So thank you so much. Let us know which funder that you have tried to apply and got rejected, and you share your business plan with us. Let us review and revise it, and then we will also call that funder to then come and present their case or present how do they decide on who to fund, how to fund. NEF is interested, we're going to bring them, but I just want to make sure that you guys are ready. And so far, I'm not so sure. So at least we have the coordinators. We're going to start cleaning up the database and going through the business plan. And then we will then give you a feedback. And then from there, we will then take it up for you guys to start getting ready to pitch. Fatima, are you back? I don't know if you are back.
I am, yes, indeed. Sorry about that, Precious.
No problem. Go ahead, my dear.
What I wanted to ask was, we did the business model canvas, we did our business plans, as well as the pitching deck. What I wanted to ask was, across the, all these different documents, which one would carry the focus of the financial arm of the whole, because when we're pitching, you only have certain time limits with regards to speaking to whoever it is that you're presenting to. So you can't really go in depth in terms of the pitch, am I right? Or would the business plan suffice because there's more detail around the numbers? Hello? Oh my.
I'm talking on the mute. Sorry. Okay, so Fatima, I think don't freak out, entrepreneurs. Your pitch deck under finances should only deal at best with just 4 things. Remember, financial statement is really literally 4 things. So let me do a drawing for you so that maybe you can, I don't know. Oh, there we go. There's my drawing. There's my pen. Yeah. Okay. So you only have to deal with 4 things: income, expenditure, and asset and debt. So you can actually have your pitch deck slide that only just dealing with this one slide that says, based on our plans, our income for the first year will be this, the expenditures this, therefore the profit will be this, year 1, year 2, but within the same slide. And assets, if your business model is asset based, you will then more emphasize on the asset and the debt so that they can see that you are not running a business that's going to have a debt that is above the asset. So this will actually constitute just one slide. This is just one slide. Do you see that?
Yes.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of what's name, because yeah, one never knows like what it is that they and especially when they start speaking about ratios and things like that, but
no, the ratios, they might ask you the ratios, so which means when you are presenting, have your business plan with you, because sometimes they might give you more time. So they will then want to know, maybe they can see that maybe the profit is too little, and then they want to know how are you going to leverage. Then they start asking you the ratios.
Okay, that makes sense. Thanks, Precious.
Okay. So Njabula is asking that if you attach the spreadsheet. No, don't attach the spreadsheet, Njabula. They want to see a picture of the, it's a presentation. It's not a spreadsheet. You shouldn't be putting a spreadsheet on your pitch deck. let me just show you a picture of a pitch deck, how it should actually look like. 1 second, I'm just. Oh, I can actually share here using, I will stop here, I'll stop sharing this. And then what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna go to, okay, I'm gonna go to this. Give me a second. I have too many documents. Okay, everything is okay. Okay, Paul, I'm gonna allow you to go through. You have your hand up.
Yeah, I wanted to find out. So on the pitch deck, especially when it comes to the financials, do we have to go through all the maybe like 5 years, financials, even if it's a summary, or maybe just the first 2 years and just maybe say our income is this, our expenses is this, and profit is this, what is advisable?
So if you asking for funding, which is 5 years, it's always safer to show your income throughout that period and your expenses and the asset and the debt. So you can actually just show a small amount. Okay, guys, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a picture of a pitch deck, and then you will see what or I will post that on the WhatsApp. Okay. Now, let me stop here. So if you are asking for, maybe you are expanding your business and you are saying the money will be used to buy the equipment that is 5 years, or maybe let's just say it's an equipment that is going to be 10 years. At average, you should be only maybe showing up to 5 years if your loan is going to get paid within 5 years. All the funder or the investor is looking for is to check, will you be able to pay the money back? If you are asking for a short-term funding, you should show it up to the period of that short-term period. Paul? Paul, I'm not
okay.
sure I knows you.
Oh, yeah. No, it's yeah, I understand you. Because me now, when I was pitching there at El Parag, I only on the income, the expenses, and the net profit, I only touched on the first 2 years.
But how
That's
much
how
are
I
you
did.
asking for, Paul? And
The-
what period is gonna be the loan that you're asking for? Are you asking for a loan? Are you asking for a grant?
I actually didn't specify whether we should pitch for a grant or a loan. It was more of a competition whereby you will win then some money after they select whatever the
Okay, so
and
that
stuff
is a
like that.
different approach then. So you in that case you can pitch any period. So even two years is fine, but if so you should have checked that also. A competition is not the same as a real pitch for funding.
Yeah, because like I've got one that's coming up on Monday. They're saying the maximum amount that they can provide is 750, So yeah, I'll see. From the notes, I think I picked up some things that I need to polish up.
Okay, no
But
problem.
can I share maybe my pitch deck that I'm going to present on Monday?
Yes, please. No problem. We can go through it over the weekend.
Oh, okay, sharp. I will send it through.
Sure.
Sharp.
Entrepreneurs, we have overrun the time and I don't see any hands. Thank you so much for your time. And I really appreciate, and I know some of you, this is very hard. It has been hard to keep up and get things done. But yeah, thank you so much. Goodbye for now.
Thank you so much, Precious.
Bye-bye, Trey.
Thanks so much for the effort. Much appreciated. It was good.